Hello again, Dominic Schrofer, and welcome to another video. And this one's going to be something video game related, and it's going to be a review of a Nintendo handheld that I've liked so much, better than the DS. Which one is it? That is actually the Nintendo 3DS. Now this is the XL model. Nintendo's 3DS, Nintendo's current generation handheld. And a very interesting handheld, for that fact. Now, the thing with the 3DS was, it was originally released in 2011, the original model. Again, as I said, this is the XL. It was originally released in February 2011 for Japan, and the rest of the world in March that year. And it was definitely a handheld I was looking forward to playing at the time. And I remember when it was announced, and I was really, really excited for it. I thought, I can't wait for this handheld. It's going to be awesome, amazing. And I can't wait to see what Nintendo does for the next generation. And, yeah, and that's just the way it goes. I'm just really, really excited. Now, I'll just show you the design of the handheld. Now, you know, you got the front of it, you know, you've got the speakers on there, you've got the 3D slider, so you have there, you got the circle pad there, the D-pad, the A, B, X, Y buttons, to show you them there, the power button, on the bottom of it you have, I'm going to stand up for this, you have a headphone jack, and you've got icons for the power and the charging. Check the charge. On this side, you've got the wireless, you know, if you want to turn it on or off. You've got a stylus, that's where the stylus goes. There. And a place for an SD card in there, which is good. On the side, there's a little like lanyard hole if you want to put like a little like wristband on it if you want. On the back, you've got the L and R triggers. You also have the power ports if you want to charge it. You've got the game card slot, which is, you know, to put the games in, and you've got a sort of I think wireless receiver ports. It's not. I don't think it's RF or not RF. Bluetooth or whatever. It's like a wireless connectivity or something, I don't know. And yeah, that's it for the device. So yeah, I think the design of it was actually pretty nice. I think it was definitely an improvement from the original 3DS. Because, well, one thing, it's a lot larger. And I think especially with what happened with the original 3DS, that wasn't good. You know what I mean, if you know what happened. Because of the, you know, the 3D effect affecting people, and people didn't like that, you know what I mean? Now, one thing that annoyed a lot of people, oh wait, before I finish that, on the bottom I've got, there are the start, select, and the home buttons. Forgot about that. Now, one thing that annoyed a lot of people with this device was, it released obviously around the time when the PlayStation Vita came out, and people didn't like that there was only one circle pad. Now, for me, it didn't really bother me, you know what I mean? That's just how I am. As long as I'm having fun, that's the main thing. So, what ended up happening was, developers were also complaining about this as well, because with the Vita having two analog sticks, it made it a lot more difficult to develop games, especially if you wanted to take advantage of it. So one thing that Nintendo did was that they actually released an add-on for this, which was the Circle Pad Pro. As I just said, this is the XL model, just like this one. And basically, this gave you an extra circle pad. So you put your you put the add-on there, which kind of makes it look a lot bulky, but it's actually quite comfortable. A lot of people did kind of compare it to the Wii U gamepad. But when I first got it, when I first tried it, I thought it was really, really comfy. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty nice. It just feels nice in the hands. The problem with it is it's very bulky, and that is a problem with it. And that's the worst thing about it, is if you want to take it somewhere, you really have to have large pockets on your trousers. Or if you've got like a little carry bag or something, you know, or a bag, whatever, you'd have to put it in that. Because even in a case, it doesn't fit the whole thing, which is a bit of a shame. But the thing with this is that a lot of games took advantage of the add-on for this. So instead of just having the one circle pad, you had the two of them. And it just really, really felt comfy. It just felt nice. It really, really did. And it was just a good thing about that. Now, another thing that Nintendo added that was smart, a good idea, was that the 3DS was actually backwards compatible. Now, the thing with it was, not only could you play your 3DS games, well, so I'll just get one here. That is a 3DS game, the Sega 3D Classics, which, going like that, you could play and basically bring over your DS games. So, if you had bought a DS for many, many years, and you wanted to upgrade to the 3DS, you could play all of your current library of the DS games on the 3DS, which was a smart move for Nintendo to do. And one thing that was good was you could actually change the resolution basically to a one-to-one, which was nice. So if you wanted the actual resolution like on the original DS, you could do that, and that was a nice option. Which I actually did a few times, but I just played it as the full screen. It worked fine. It really, really did. Another thing about it was the 3D effect. Now, what did I think about the 3D effect at first? I liked it, but then after a while, it just became a bit annoying after a while. I liked it at first, but then I just stopped using it. Reason being is, when you use the 3D effect, so let's pretend that the 3D effect is on. It's not, though. I'm just pretending. Just using it, this is an example. You would have to... I'm not covering my... I don't mean to cover my face up. I'll do it, though. So if I was using the 3D effect, you'd have to literally be straight line like that. And it would work fine. But if you moved the unit, if I did that, you couldn't get the 3D effect. And then after a while, I just thought, what's the point of this if you can't get the full 3D effect? So most of the time, I would have the 3D effect off and just play it without the 3D. But I remember when I first got my hands on this, I tried it at like a demo unit someone had at game years ago, and I remember trying it, and I was immediately impressed. I thought it was better than the original 3DS, because the screens in it was a lot larger. And then when I upgraded years ago to a new 3DS, I know that the 3D is obviously a lot better, but I remember when I tried that out, it blew me away for so much, like, wow. I thought, this is kind of like, it makes it obsolete, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's true, it really makes the old 3D effect on the old 3DSs a lot irrelevant. It's just that good, but not focusing on that, the main one at first. I liked it. It was really, really good, and it was definitely an improvement from the original 3DS that I actually played off a friend of mine. But yeah, it was a nice effect at first, but most of the time I had it off because of the moving around, which was a bit of a shame. Something else I liked on this was the Virtual Console. Now, I know I've spoken about the Virtual Console a lot, so I won't talk about the full thing, but my thoughts about the Virtual Console was, at first, there was a lot of great support with this. There was a lot of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, as well as the NES games, and there was a lot allowing you to play. You could try out these games you may have never played, or you want to go back after years and play them on your new handheld. And that was a smart move for Nintendo to do. But then after a while, they sort of stopped that, the support. They sort of dwindled down. And then after a while, it became a bit slow towards the end. Because there wasn't a lot of releases. There was a lot of releases between 2011 and 2014. There was a lot of ton of releases. 2000 year was a 0 year, basically meaning that there was no Virtual Console releases for the 3DS. None. Zilch. Zero. None. So 2015 was quite kind of a bland year for the Virtual Console for the 3DS. And then we got the 3 original Pokemon games, which was a good thing. And then last month, September, we got gold and silver, which was a good thing to see. Do I hope that we could see more in the future? I really, really do. I hope that we get more support for the Virtual Console and the 3DS, because it's really, really good. I quite like it. Now, another thing I want to talk about with the 3DS is the 2DS. Now, this is sort of a kind of a, if you want to say, a kind of a controversial topic, which I don't know why the heck people use that term. But the 2DS is kind of an interesting handheld because it's basically a 3DS with no 3D. And when it was announced back in 2013, there was a lot of laughing, a lot of questioning why Nintendo's making this. And my first thought about this was, why is Nintendo making this? That's what I was thinking at first. And I thought, it looks good, and I think eventually I will get one of these in the far future, whenever. But I was like, what the heck, you know what I mean? And because you can't close it, and that's the thing about it, because it's mostly like a slab. It's like one piece. But I remember going into an Asda in 2014, and they had a demo kiosk unit of this, and I thought, okay, I'll try it out. And I remember when I tried it out, and I was like, wow, this is really, really comfy. And I remember thinking, I kind of felt bad for making fun of this, you know what I mean? Because it's a great unit. It fits well in the hands. It's actually quite nice. And I actually prefer to play DS games on this over any 3DS or even a DS model. And I mean seriously. It's actually a really, really comfy unit. The buttons feel nice, and it's the way it goes, really. It's pretty nice with it. I'll just show you a quick, look of it. You got the circle pad, you've got the D-pad, you've got the A, B, X, Y buttons, the start and select, which have been moved up, you know what I mean? A speaker, a power port, and the game card slot, which plays both 3DS and DS games, alongside the DSi, which is a nice thing. That's one thing I forgot to mention as well. Power button, a home button, and a sleep button, which is pretty nice because obviously you cannot close it. So you can actually put it into sleep mode and do it that way. On that side, you've got a volume button. On the other side, you've got a stylus port, an SD card port, which actually has 4 GB, just like with the 3DS XL. Sorry. And a little port where you could put like a wrist strap or whatever. Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's actually quite a nice unit. It really, really is comfy. And then the reason why I got one, you might be thinking, why do you have one? Was it was really, really cheap. Like I said, the price now goes like £80 for them. And they were like I think it was £110, whatever. And I heard a lot of people talking about the 2DS, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get one of these. Even though I already have a 3DS, and I have a new 3DS, you know what I mean? I thought, I wanted to get one, because I quite like it. And I got it, and I just felt comfy. It really, really did. A nice, comfy unit. It really, really is. If anyone is interested about this, I can do a separate video about this if you want, you know what I mean? I probably might end up doing it, because I like this unit, and I got a lot to talk about this. So, yeah, the 3DS overall, an interesting unit. I know we currently have the new 3DS. Do I hope that we could see a success in the far future? It could be possible. It'd be really, really good, that, even though we have the Switch. You know what I mean? Even though we have the Switch, it would be pretty cool to see that happen. So yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you all later. Bye!